Okay, Statue Hunter 75 coming to you with a very rare and unique piece. This was at my local comic shop. Last week I saw this, I set eyes on it, and I've been thinking about it all week. Tormenting myself wanting to get it really bad just because of how different, rare, and unique it is, and very artistic. You know, I was wrestling a little bit with the fact of him being on the cross, myself being Catholic. You know, some people might look at this as sacrilegious, but I really don't think it was an intent as an insult to Jesus or any Catholic or anything like that, so I didn't really take it that way. It's just someone's expression of art, and you know, it's Batman murdered crucified on a cross. So it's pretty bold, and it's very, very, very different and very artistic and very dark too. And what it is it's called The Death of a Legend. They did one of Batman and one of Superman, the company that made this, Spangler Art Studios. And I'm not even sure if they're in business anymore, because when you try and contact those phone numbers, there's no one to be found. You know, this was just the advertisement that came with this statue kit. It's 1/3 scale. It's limited to 1,000 castings. I don't know if it's actually 1/3 scale. I think it might be slightly smaller than 1/3 scale, but it is big. The cross itself is 2.5 feet tall, and that's what it originally sold for, the kit. Obviously unpainted, so I'm sure it went for more than that after all was finalized. And the guy who painted this one goes by the name of G. Jastrzemski. And it says 10, it looks like 10/00. I don't know, maybe he did 10 of these. I don't know, but that's what it says. But whatever he did from the bottom to the top is amazing. It's very unique. He put a nice felt, soft rubber felt pad on the bottom of the whole base. He put this tumbleweed and this fake sand and dirt. Very, very, very detailed. And the fake roses here. You figure Alfred probably left the roses. Before I get into all the detail of the statue, I just want to, you know, that's what makes it so unique, is how this guy did it. Because yeah, there were 1,000 blank kits, but you had to get a painter to paint it, and this guy did and set it up on the cross and everything. This guy did such an amazing job. There was another guy on the statue forum who posted pics of his Superman and Batman, and it looks nowhere near as good as this, in my opinion. I mean, the paint on this is just amazing, and how he put the ivory and the straw and the rocks and the roses. This is the one on Statue Forum. I don't know if that's going to come out well on camera, but the paint looks not so great. And it's got like a rope around Batman, and you still got the nails through him, but all it is rope. And then it's just a stand, a plain base on both the Superman and the Batman. There's a plain base. Ugh, stupid iPad. And there's Superman. And I don't even like the look of the Superman too much. I don't know, it's different. And there's the Batman. And I don't think that was done nearly as good as this, the execution on this. So this is why I was like wrestling with getting it. I really wanted it. Alright, so let's go back. The roses. You could think either Robin or, you know, Alfred the butler left them for him, or even a girlfriend, you know. You have no idea who might have left those, but that's what that could be insinuating. The rocks, the tumbleweed, the sand, the ivory is obviously from poison ivy, the ivy we see. And then the bullet holes, with some of them even still have the bullets in them, which is amazing. You can see the bullet shell right there, right in there. And then some are like open wounds, and some have the shells in them. It's just so detailed. It's insane for a kit. This is amazing. And you can figure that we can assume that maybe the Joker filled them full of lead with bullets here, or Harley Quinn and the Joker, or just who knows. And then I'm also assuming that these scratched out eyes where his eye got scratched out is definitely probably from the Catwoman, I would assume. You see more scratches there. But the detail in the veins on his arm and the blood coming from where he was, you know, nailed to the cross, and the blood and the scratches, the blood and the bullet wounds, and it doesn't look like fake blood. It looks good. Like, this looks like bad ketchup. This looks pretty realistic. Like dried out, worn out blood. And I love how he's like a Simon Bisley Batman, with the musculature and the you know, the cowl with the really tall ears. Like, that's very Simon Bisley-esque, with the pointy nose too. Just the detail on his face is amazing. And you can see his eye closed. That is amazing. Try and get the light out of there. Look at that. It's just amazing, the detail. All the way to the top of the cross. And then when we go in the back, we can see how much detail. Still, even in the back, there's so much detail with all the ivy. Just looks amazing on the back of the cross. So yeah, this is a very rare piece. I got him at Comically Speaking in Reading, Massachusetts, where I originally videoed him, and he didn't come for free. I traded. I had a pot with a piece of my Sideshow collection. Sometimes you gotta let go of some things. You gotta make some space. You know, for the new house, can't fit everything. So, sorry, I'm not a millionaire, and I, you know, don't have a house big enough to fit everything in the world. So, I had to let go of a piece. So, I had to make it a good trade too. You know, he wanted a good piece, not as like a stupid little Bowen or anything like that. So, I traded him the Sideshow Thing premium format for this. So I got rid of a huge box, because that thing was massive. It was just as big as the Hulk premium format. So I will miss him, because I won't be able to display him with my Hulk premium format when I display him, but I won't miss the space I'm going to gain from trading him off for this guy. Because yeah, this guy's tall, but he's very skinny, and there's no box with him either. So the thing had a huge box that would have taken up so much space, and probably in my attic or something. So that's it. This is the Death of a Legend Batman on Cross statue kit from Spangler Art Studios, and done by G. Jastrzemski. Alright guys, have a good night.